AMC's The Walking Dead returns.
Yep.
And boy, do they got some explaining to do, because I'm lost. I think everyone is lost. Yeah, you're lost because you don't watch it. You gave up watching it long, long ago.
I seriously said if Glenn died, I'd stop watching it. That's exactly
he meant
what I
it.
did.
Yeah.
Glenn died?
I remember hearing you say that.
Yeah, AMC thought I was joking.
Yeah, so here we are 2 time skips later in season 9 alone. And a lot of confusion happening. So, of course, Jesus was killed off at the end of the... Yeah.
I forgot there was a character named Jesus.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he's going to come back in 3 days, right?
Yeah, Jesus got killed off. Haha, you're very cute.
Yeah.
Very funny. So we got that, the aftermath happening with that. They're able to get him back with them, but at the same time, they take his body back to the hilltop, and while they're on their way back, they're able to corner one of these whisperers, a girl who they're trying to get information out of between Michonne and Daryl, interrogating her. And Henry kind of comes into play, the kid from the kingdom, who's kind of like grown a little bit. Yeah, he's like in his late teens. So that's happening. We're learning more about the Whisperers and their group. There is a subplot with, I know one of the characters' names is Luke, because he's a new character and he's like the music guy.
Oh yeah.
And the other character who was the one savior who wasn't a total jerk when they were all being held prisoner at the hilltop. Do you remember that guy? The one with the like kind of northern accent. Kind of sounds like he's from New York or Boston. You know, it's kind of nasally.
Yeah.
So they kind of go on a mission together where they're trying to track down some people from Hilltop, and they find some arrows in a tree, and Luke was just like, "Oh yeah, I made these arrows for so and so. Like, looks like they left them for us to as a trail to follow." And this happens all the way at the end of the episode, but it's such a cool scene that they did. Was they eventually get into a forest and they see what looks like a walker, but it's just standing there. And the camera keeps showing Luke and this other guy from different angles, but every time they do, there's another one like in the shot. Like the Whisperers have just kind of like cornered them, and they led them there into this trap with those arrows. So I thought that was a moment that was done really well in the show. We also had, so Negan broke out of his cell at the end of the mid-season finale. So he's about to leave Alexandria, and Judith is trying to stop him by holding him at gunpoint. They kind of come to an agreement where she says that she'll shoot him if she sees him again, and it's weird that a 9-year-old is talking to a grown man who is a straight up murderer, but in this manner. But that's where the show's at right now. And so he leaves. He goes back to the sanctuary, which is of course abandoned. He has some fun killing walkers and realizes there's nothing for him. He did find a motorcycle that looked like he had like hidden, and if he ever needed one, and just such an occasion. Then something strange happens. He's heading back to, or he's on the open road. He finds a leather jacket in a clothing store. A lot of the episode is just him out and about. And he's riding back on the bike, and then Judith is in the middle of the road, and at first I thought that this was like a dream sequence, or he was just imagining it, because it seems so surreal. She's in the middle of the road and she shoots him off the motorcycle, but he's not hurt. It's really, and I could have sworn he got like shot here. You know, not exactly a flesh wound. Like, you get shot here, in post-apocalyptic world, that's very serious, and he's not bleeding or anything like. And it even says in this episode review that on looks like, GamesRadar.com, that apparently they thought he got shot too, but it's completely consequence free. It's really
If
weird.
he falls off the bike, then he had to have been shot.
Well, he's dead.
Or she just she shot at him, hit the bike, and that freaked him out and made him. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was such a strangely shot scene, and like I said, it seemed almost like it was a dream or something. But no, she's really there. She really shot at him, and he said he's basically coming back to Alexandria because there's nothing else out there for him. So we'll have to see how Michonne handles that when she gets back, because now she's leader of...
And everyone hates her.
Yeah, and everyone hates her, which I pretty much covered everything in the episode that I wanted to talk about. What needs to start happening, and something that we reported on earlier a few weeks ago, they did say that they were going to have some flashbacks which took place during the 6-year time jump that we've had to explain how things have gotten to this point, especially with Michonne and the rest of the people.
Oh, and Maggie's gone?
Yeah, Maggie's gone. She took, her son with her, and we don't know exactly where she went. But we need to know what happened, because right now it's just I feel very lost. I'm sure I'm not the only person. I talked to some people at work that kind of feel the same way. They're losing interest because we don't know how we got here.
Yeah.
So, and at least say something, if just a little bone would be nice, to be like, oh yeah, remember that time Michonne when this happened and we didn't, things didn't end so well. You write it into the dialogue more naturally, but give us something, because this is 4 episodes now since the actual jump, and we have no answers.
Yeah.
So they need to definitely change that.